Oh wait, whoops. Let's count down again. All right. I'm just gonna type in. We're gonna count down from 10, and the moment I say go, you can join the game. 9, 8, 3, oh, oops, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I can't count down. Awesome. Everyone hanging in there, guys? How are you guys? You guys are doing well. So, if you want to go for an easy start, line piece middle is probably one of the easiest ones, and then you just can create one of these setups here. Just look at the green, the blue, and the blue piece, and then that's the easiest way to start an early T-spin. Unfortunately, because I didn't cancel as I was explaining that, I have less room to work a long combo, but we can still do like a little bit. Just gotta be a little bit creative. So, mini combo. Although in the beginning of the game, it's really hard to kill somebody with just like such little damage because everyone's going to be low on the ground. So you want to just be able to target people once they're high up in red life. But keep in mind, a lot more people in the beginning of the game are going to do bait strats, so you have to be kind of careful, or you at least have to be wary of where you're looking before you attack. I'd say in most cases it's okay to just target KOs and constantly refresh every time you send a piece, but there might be a lot of other instances where like somebody's baiting and you're gonna die if you stay on that person. So and it's like pretty easy to react to. Like if you play any kind of other games, like you shouldn't take more than two consecutive big hits from a bait strat player. Otherwise, you're just not paying attention. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage, so we can just break this down. We really didn't have to cancel that much, though. We have a couple people high up, but I'm cleaning my board. In the beginning, you can be a little bit greedy. Depending on how fast and confident you are, you can continue to build up. There's like two trains of thought. You can continue to build up and ignore the garbage below, or you can be a little bit more aggressive and just build on top of your existing holes, and then and you can from there just be aggressive and build up, and rather than build down. If you want to build down, you're being a little bit more defensive. It's not a bad thing, but what you're prioritizing is survival more than you know, sniping for kills. Either way works. It depends on like what your risk tolerance is. And later in the game, when it's harder to beat out an attack because the time windows are a lot smaller, then I would say like you want to probably aim to clean your stack up rather than build on top and build a higher stack. So it really comes down to like your preferences and what you're comfortable with. Alrighty. So I am, as we say this, I am focused on cleaning my board. So I am pretty much playing conservatively, but at the very least you get a nice T-spin triple. I guess that's not very conservative the more I think about it, to go for a T-spin triple when we're this high up. So right now, I'm just primarily looking. The blue piece is coming up next. We can get a T-spin here. So I'm going to do that because the T-spin piece is coming up. It also conveniently cancels lines. And it's important to just like do these mini line breaks just to get around. I'm going to store my line piece just because it's easy to get down. So that all that time I had to focus on recovering, which kind of sucks. There are a few people in red life that I can focus on now that I feel like I made a recovery. But nothing too much I can really work with. I'm at 50% up, which is like pretty good for the game, considering how much time I just spent recovering. So recovering also like sucks twofold, because not only do you have to spend a lot of time like building down, like you're not killing other people as you're doing it. So those are like the two kind of whammies to having to deal with garbage. Moving a little bit slow. It's okay. We got through it. The good part about cleaning up garbage is that you find these little hidden gems where, as you go down, you find these like really nice carves, like as you go down. So that's like the good part sometimes, is that like sometimes like one single line clear becomes like multiple in a row. Just with how like the garbage gets sent to you. So you can still make good damage out of like a bad situation. It's not the end of the world when you're up high. Of course, naturally integrating T-spin setups is important to maximize your damage. And that's why like even being able to do that little canceled so much. And that's why like T-spins are just so useful. Like being able to like, if you're at like 100% bonuses, doing 8 lines of damage a burst right there and canceling 8 lines is so like significant. Sometimes, you know, sometimes we don't like, it's hard to evaluate like how long the combo lasts, and sometimes adding one more to the combo ruins your stack later. So like it's hard to like react and play fast and also look for like your natural T-spin setup. So I'd say it's like just like kind of brain farting. If you don't finish a board optimally and that like you could have added more to it, chances are it's because we messed up in some way and we didn't know the most optimal thing. Ideally, you want to like not be able. You don't want to be thinking too much about your next move. It needs to be like done by reflexes, or else, because the more you think in the game, the slower you go. And you want your flow to be as like natural as possible. So while you're looking for different things, sometimes you just don't realize that you can continue the combo. So I'd say just all in all, it's just a matter of just not seeing it. At least that's like the case with me. And then when I watch my replays, I'm just like, oh, like I could have continued. I could have continued my combo for like 2 more pieces, and I just don't catch it. So that's usually what, like for me, why it can sometimes end early. Because right now, like I'm trying to think of like how do I keep my board nice and flat. There's like a weird discrepancy on the left side, and I had to smooth it out. So like my optimal play isn't necessarily just to look for the combo. It's also to clean up my board, and there's many other variables at play. So yeah. So that's just like my long-winded answer to why players don't always see the right play. Okay, I have to carve here because I'm just taking way too much damage. So I'm just even doing like these line clears. I did those because I didn't want to just take that much damage. So even these mini cards. So those are good, right? But sometimes I just brain fart and I don't find the best solution on these little cars. But look at how much damage that does. 666? Like, it's a lot of damage that gets left on the table when you don't see those kind of things. So, all in all, like I'm trying to get better, like at maximizing my efficiency on it. So that's why like where the replay VOD review happens for me personally, is like I want to figure out like where like I'm brain farting. But that usually comes after I played a long session of Tetris, not during. And obviously here I messed up a ton. I'm just gonna fill this. I want to keep my board even. That's like kind of just like the main reason. if you see, there's a lot of like large gaps, and that's like not ideal. So I will always say like I prefer like as flat a board as possible. 8 damage is a lot in this game. I have another line piece coming, so it's okay to get rid of my line piece. I'm trying to minimize... Oh, I had to use my line piece there. That's really bad. Because you want to keep your, like, long pieces. Alright, we'll turn this into a Tetris. We had 2 Tetris, so it's pretty good. So, a lot of digging. Unneeded digging. Alright, we're gonna go down this list. Sorry Julia has been in multiple of my games. I wonder if the Sorry Julia is like stream sniping. How much better I am than Lod. Lod's good. Lod got 19th. He's not bad. Oh, you got in my game. I feel like I see Alley Cat late. Okay, Ozilla05 I recognize. I've seen him quite a bit. Lando. Who else is in this game?